Hello my friends, and welcome to my YouTube channel Corrine Crafts. It's great to have you along. I hope you are well. It's Thursday, so that means it's Thrifty Thursday. I've tried to make a project with the least amount of products possible. We're going to start with little scraps of our pattern paper, any pattern paper that you've got. We've made the flowers, we've made the background, it all just gels together. The mats and layers have all come from mats and layers within, so we're really making the most of it, even the little foliage and the flourishes and foliage rather. So again, save having to buy pearls and gems of every colour. I have coloured all of these myself, and I'll show you how that's done. I hope you love this one. Really simple card, really quick to achieve. Sometimes you just want a quick card, don't you? But sometimes less is more, and I think this one is truly beautiful. So let's see how we make it. Okay, so there's just the smallest scrap of cardstock on my craft desk. That means it's Thursday and it's Thrifty Thursday, and we're going to be making cards with the minimal amount of products possible. So we are going to make a really beautiful, quite minimalist card using this paper. So this paper just came from one of my paper pads. I'm pretty certain it is the Summer Breeze paper pad. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's got the bit on the back. Now all I've used a scrap that is just over 5 inches. Literally just over 5 inches, and then this extra little bit of the bottom, and that's all of the pattern paper I'm using. So that's going to be a matte layer, and if I actually wanted to, I could take the flowers out of this, but it was going to be a little bit more complicated to work out where they needed to go, so I thought for speed I wouldn't. So this is going to be our floral bit, but the one to show you and a few bits I've already done first, because I want to make this quite quick, because I know you don't always want to watch long videos. I've taken a 5-inch square of card, just my regular multi-purpose stamping card, whatever you want to call it, and I've used my nesting circle. So I've got all my nesting circles here, my stitch nesting circles, and I've used a medium size one, which is about just over 3.5 inches, just over 3.5 inches, and I've cut a large circle out. Then this one doesn't have to be in anywhere. Just from within there, I've cut another circle. Again, we're being thrifty, so instead of wasting this piece, I'm going to cut my detail out there. Then I've got my matte layer of some linen cardstock, and again, being thrifty, I wanted a peach circle, so I've cut it out of the back because no one's going to see that because it's going to be hidden. So that's what I have already done to show you there. So we can move those out of the way. And this is going to go onto here. But in the middle, we're going to pop some pattern paper and some white. Now, I think that looks lovely, but I talk about the pattern disappearing. Now, don't worry. This isn't all going to be hidden. You are going to see this. This actually didn't even need to come out beyond the size of the 5-inch. I did think about doing it smaller. What I've decided to do is get that and pop a white layer underneath there. So I go white pattern, white, peach. I just wanted to go like that. So that's what we're going to do. Actually, I'm going to stick those down while I've got them here. So let's stick those on. This is a really quick and easy card. It is all about Thrifty Thursday. It's all about using the scraps and bits that you've got in your cardstock. This would work with any design. Again, I'm doing it floral. You could change it. You could be putting butterflies on. You could make it quite male if you wanted to. And it doesn't have to be circles. If you're not into circles, if you like hexagon, and I've actually got a few designs in my head to do some hexagon cards because we all love hexagon design. So I thought I'd have a go with a few more with my hexagon dies, just because you all love them. So peach on first. We've taken the centre out so that we're being a bit more efficient, and then my white layer, just matching those up so that you can see they're all lined up. Then I'm going to go in with my pattern layer. I know we're hiding the pattern from behind, but don't worry, it's going to be a beautiful card anyway. So a little bit, I haven't got my nozzle wide open just so that I only get a little bit of my collal glue coming out. Oh, that's the right way up, isn't it? I'm just going to do a double check that my card open. Yes, it does open that way. I haven't turned it. So I'm going to pop those on to there. I'm going to grab my stamping pressure tool. I'm just going to press. I'm not pressing too hard for a minute. I'm just making sure there's no air bubbles, and that's all just sort of, it's just giving it a bit of a key, you know, a little bit of a bite so that it holds down. And I just feel it makes it even firmer. It makes the card really sort of, not robust, that's the wrong word, but it just makes it firm when you come to, when it's all finished, when that colour dries, because you've just blended it out. So that's just about flattening out the glue, so really nice and firm. So the next one I'm going to do is take my circle, my square with the circles in. I have put, you can get the sticks 2 in this size foam tape, so you can go and have a look for that. It is just a 2mm thickness. I didn't want it to be raised too much. I just wanted it to be raised a little bit, and then pop that onto here. And I just took my time to make sure it was nicely centred with the dies. Makes all the difference. Now you see that's not centred onto there. I'll try not to get my head in, and that's going, still not centred, is it? These cards that I do on these videos, they're not always perfect because I have to do it from around my camera. Okay, so then I'm going to get these 2 circles that I have done. I'm going to put glue on the back of the white one, and I'm going to glue that. I'm not going to glue it in the centre, I'm going to glue it to the side. So I've almost got that crescent showing. And then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to put glue on the back. And I'm going to do exactly the same. So I'm going to find where that does, and I'm going to pop that right to that edge. So I've got circle, then I've got a crescent, then I've got another crescent. It's like a reverse moon, isn't it? Because we always do the moon the other way. But I just think that looks lovely. And that sort of almost brought it back up to level again. Okay, I'm going to put that to one side to dry. That's going to go over there. So let's bring in our die. Now this was just one of my Crafter's Companion floral dies. Nothing too fancy there. I'm going to put it onto my card. I'm just using this tiniest scrap of card. I haven't even put tape on it. I'm just going to hold it in place, and that's going to go through. I feel like click, so I can come back. I don't even have to go all the way. And oh look, it's popped out. So I want 1. You want as many as, or as few as you want. Actually, I'm going to put a bit of tape on now that it's starting to be a bit more needing to be controlled. Now, when you look at the flowers like that, they're not very interesting, are they? But we can make them so much more interesting. You cut as many of these as you want. I'm actually going to use 3. I've got most of them made ready. So once I've done that, I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to pop these onto my sponge. Now, remember, any sort of sponge will work. The more depth, the better. So I can then just shape on the back with my ball tool. You can use your hand, use the palm of your hand and shape it into there, because that's nice and hot if you want to. So I'm just adding a little bit of shape on the back. I'm going to turn it over, and then I'm going to pop it like that. Now, why I do it on the back first, that means that these then just curve a little bit. And if you want to add a little bit more, you can always just go across like that and like that. And then we can just pop a little bit of that in there and there. Right, now again, they're looking nice, but I think they're a little bit more. So you've seen me do this before. Amazon pearls all come in this colour. So I've got my tri-blend brush. Now this is Coral Extend, because I found CR4 was a good colour, and all I do is I just colour over, but you do need to give them a few minutes to dry. Just give it a little colour over there. Might look a little bit patchy at first, but it does then dry quite well. Now you've got coloured pearls. This one's nice and dry. So I found actually that these weren't uber sticky. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue in the centre of one of those. Oh, that was a lot of glue, but never mind. I'm going to pop these off here. Just take the glue, but they didn't seem to stick. And that can go in the centre there. That glue will dry clear. Give it a little bit of a press. And then I've got a flower there. Now, I went a bit heavy-handed with the glue on that one. If I wasn't so heavy-handed, you'd get this effect. There you go, 1, 2. and 3. Let's move that one out of the way. That looked fine once it's dry, but now I've got 3 on there. Now the other thing I did, again with the smallest scrap of white card, this much white card, will cut out some foliage, again just from my Crafter's Companion florals, and I've cut out some white foliage. If I can pick it up, I've got that there. Then I had a look for a flourish die, just a nice little flourish die, and I've cut a couple out of some scraps of the peach colour too, so I've got those. So this is what I'm going to use. I have got a couple more white if I need them, so we can pop these on a card. So I'm going to go in with my 3D collal glue because it gives me more time. So what I also did was I used Stamps by Me set. This is one of Tony's lamination sets, but I just love you. It does say hooray it's your birthday, but I just wanted it's your birthday, and that's going to go across there. I've done it with collal glue and it's just curly. Again, I'm not going to stick it just yet because I don't know where everything's going to go, so I'm going to pop some of my 3D glue, and the reason for using 3D is it's going to give me longer time to move stuff around. So I'm going to put a blob just sort of here. That's where I'm going to work, and then I'm going to get first of these. I'm going to take this down this way. I can always use my pokey tool just press it into there, but don't worry because we're going to build up, so it will press it down. And then I'm going to take this one, but I'm actually just going to give this a little bit of a snip because I don't want it to show too much. Should have perhaps snipped the other one. I'm trying not to be symmetrical, so this has gone down, this is going up, so I'm just trying, because it would be easy to go around there, but I'm trying not to do that. And I'm not gluing down these ends. That's absolutely deliberate because I want things to be a lot more free flowing. I'm going to put my white foliage in a minute. So I'm going to take these flowers and I'm going to pop one in there. So that one is covering up where they join. Can you see how everything, you actually get spread out a lot wider than you first think. So this one is going to pop in just here. I do like my flowers to overlap and to, you know, to go together. I mean, you could come down here, but that's just not my style. If you want to do that, that is perfect. It will look brilliant, but it's just not the style I go for. So that's going to go like that. Now I can bring in this bit of white foliage. I'd already realised that I wanted the orange to go first and the white to go on top. Then I put this in. I always find if I put my foliage in first, I put it too close to the centre, and then it just, you end up with your flowers on top of it and you can't see it. So I often go in with my foliage after. Let's just adjust those where I've moved them. Pop those like that. Isn't that looking pretty? That is looking so pretty. So the next thing I need to do, I just want to pop that in there. Actually, do I want... I know I don't normally do 4s. I think I'm going to do 4 so I can, yes. You see, it all changes. Right, now, because I'm going to do a 4th one, just there. Then I'm going to do my sentiment. I'm just keeping with the 3D because it's in my hand. That can come on to here. So that's going to bridge across there. Oh, I like that. So let's just actually, do I want another... I don't want to overdo it, but I just think I need, no, I'm going to leave it at 3. Okay, so the last little bit I'm going to do is, you know, I coloured these. Actually, this was from a previous tutorial. I was showing, the first time I showed you how to colour alcohol inks. These are actually just left over from exactly the same colour. Oh, they're too big. They're too big. Right, let's grab some smaller ones. Where are my smaller ones? Here they are. There. So I can actually show you how I do these. I'll have to pause the video while I do them. Don't colour them on the card stock because it'll go over. So just colour those. You might want to put white ones on, but if you want to do the colour ones, just come around here. Just like that. And just colour them on there. Doesn't take long. The alcohol dries quite quick. I'm going to do 5 just in case I want them because I don't want to have to pause twice. Bring my card back down and then I'm going to just, I find it does need, they do need that little bit of extra glue. Let's go 3. Let's do a 4th one. This is just regular, you sort of, I think that was my Sticks to PVA. So I can then take that if you don't want to put these, well, you don't have to do any of this. You don't have to do any of this. I'm just showing you how I like to do it. You can do it however you want. I'm just taking those gems that I've coloured. I'm using my tweezers so that I don't get anything on me. And then I can just press those on down like that. And that will do. Isn't that a pretty spring stroke summer card? Really, really loving that. Love the colours. Love the Thrifty Thursday feel about that. Beautiful, beautiful card. And so easy to achieve. I hope you like that. Anything that I think I might be able to link for you, I'll put down on the bottom. There's not too much to link on this one, but I'll try and find some bits and pieces. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You don't want to miss any tutorials coming up soon. So thank you for watching. I've also put my link to my new Buy Me a Coffee site, so that would be lovely if you want to help keep the channel going. Otherwise, happy crafting, friends, and I can't wait to see you on my next tutorial.